to meet you.
So who are you with?
Emerge.
Emerge. Huh?
Emerge and Geocurrent.
Oh, I know Geocurrent.
Yeah, but just for today we're going to do Emerge.
Okay.
So essentially I just run the website, social media, got the job on Friday. So.
You're a social media guy or you're an AV guy? What's your background in?
Taught myself videography probably 3 years ago.
Whose camera?
Mine.
Okay. Why that?
I don't know, it's cheap enough for me to buy a full. And
yeah, do you want to shoot video or do you want to shoot stills?
Video.
Then buy a video camera.
Yeah, I don't know, it's more functional for me.
No, if you want to shoot video, buy a fucking video camera. If you want to shoot stills, that is an amazingly good still camera. It's excellent. Canon glass can't be beat. It's awesome. But if you want to shoot video, get a video camera. Oh my god. Oh my god. What are you editing? Okay.
Just interviews.
If you're doing simple stuff and you don't need the advanced capabilities of Premiere, Sony Vegas is way easy to use. I shoot blog every day and I output to about 1,800 viewers a day. I edit in Vegas, and in the time it takes you to get your project established in Premiere, I'm done. Because if all you're doing is just slam edits, just fucking crossfades, shut it. Yeah, Vegas is so much easier. Yeah, Premiere's a hell of a product. It's ungodly powerful, but you're swatting flies with a semi.
Yeah, I taught myself on Avid, so.
Oh god.
Yeah, compared to that, it's a lot.
Well, you're in a whole better world than Avid. That's a level of pain that nobody should endure. The news guys like Avid. Nobody really knows why. You can go over, you gotta buy me dinner first. Don't take it. These, see the little crinklies in your thing? That's where it'll fail. We go through a lot of these.
Yeah, I was told you never wrap them up.
Yeah, never crinkle it. A girl's hair tie, the ones about this big around, they're really thick, about 2 millimeters thick and kind of fuzzy, are the absolute best thing for tying this up. Loop it really gently in your hand like that, and then a girl's hair tie around it. Anything I can do to help you make better videos, man, I am there. I'm absolutely your partner. And don't think I'm like smart or anything, I just know all this stuff because they yell at me a lot when I do it wrong. So, that's how I learned all this. Where'd you go to school for?
Public administration at Grand Valley. Let's go for computer science. Left for a while, need to graduate, so graduated in public administration.
Okay. You're going to be on that side. This is Elizabeth. She's our director of audiovisual.
Great. Nice to meet you.
So this is for entrepreneurs in the Grand Rapids area.
Regional.
Regional. How big is the region?
All of West Michigan, up to Hart.
Oh, okay.
Down to Grand Rapids.
Well, you have West Shore Community College on there too, don't you?
Yeah.
See, that's looking up in the Mason County. Up the Ludington area, yeah.
You got me standing or sitting or what?
I think this is great.
Okay. I think I should have worn better shoes.
Just copy your knees, sir.
Alright, cool, yeah. Because I'm painting today, so I'm...
I might do a push 1 or 2 times, depending on how many questions we do.
You can do whatever you want. You can ask me as many questions you want. If you want 20 minutes of me, you got it. Absolutely anything you want. I'm on your time. Do you want this lit behind you?
Yeah, could you say that looks
Yeah,
like?
give me a second. Elizabeth, can you light up the autopsy set, please? Hey, Liz! Can you you light up? Do you don't have to second? I was wondering if you could give me a cheeseburger. Alright, I'll just stop right here. Audio check, 1, 2, 3. Hello, campers, and welcome live. I'm Chris Boden, and welcome to the Geek Group. And go away. It's cool. I wasn't talking to you on the radio. By the way, one of those DAs has a buzz in it.
I know, I'm working on it.
Alright. Did you answer your email?
I did.
Okay.
What he wants, I'm in the process of working on.
Okay, cool. You're Dutch by 8 degrees. You have a level in your camera?
No.
It's a 7D. It doesn't have a level in it?
No, I didn't download that. I don't know. I bought the camera just to shoot.
Okay.
And then long interviews.
You're Dutch by about 8 degrees to your right.
Yeah, I'm not going to center you. I was left justifying with the frame.
Okay.
I'm going to get that blue screen with that.
Okay. And I can move wherever the hell you want.
I think this is perfect.
Okay. Alright. As long as I'm not silhouetted out, cool. If you want me brighter from the front, we've got lights right there that it's easy to swing around. Alright. I just don't want to be like silhouetted or shit. I don't mind being deep throat for your video, but I gotta get paid a lot better for that shit.
You want to see the shot?
Really? What is that? Can you teach me how to work? It's weird having somebody else do that. I gotta tell you, it freaked me out. 90% of the time they tell me like, give me steak. And alright. It's weird having somebody else do it.
Don't smoke
You
while
want to be for reals, I can get you one of the little things.
don't smoke while you're answering the questions.
Fuck him and his question. He's lucky I'm not high right now.
Yeah, hey man. Anything, honestly. No, you're supposed to be approachable, so if that's your style, by all means. So.
Approachable is my style.
No, I mean, you're the face for the Geek Group in this interview. And
Yeah, I know. Hey Ed!
Yep.
Be quiet.
Okay.
Okay.
Put your keys in
Take
your
your
pocket.
keys off. There you go. That level of quiet.
Alright, yeah, minute 30 seconds. Usually the way it goes,
You want me to speak briefly?
Yeah.
I can tell that we've never met. You've in 30 seconds you've tried to
Actually,
approachable and
you
speak
walked through
briefly.
my groups around before. I brought a bunch of CEI students.
Yeah?
Grand Valley, yeah, we were doing a testing program and
Oh, cool.
I showed them all around. I thought it was really impressive.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Bring it back. We'll have more fun.
Yeah, we should.
It's very different now.
Okay.
It's very different every month. That's
What's happening?
kind of thing. Well, right now we're overhauling the Nuclear Sciences Lab and machine shop. So I'm painting. Like 5 seconds after I'm done with you, the tie comes off and I'm on a forklift with paint roller. But I wore my
Blends in nice.
my camouflage tie today. I tried to get up. Like I didn't realize that the tie perfectly matched the shirt. I put it on and now it's bugging the shit out of me because it needs to be up.
Like play music as well?
Huh?
Play music?
No?
No.
That'd be cool. I can make that happen. If I can put LEDs and dentures, I can make a tie play music.
So do you want to start?
Give me a question.
Okay. Yeah, so can you just introduce yourself? You can tell your role in the organization, what the organization is. If you want to break into how the Geek Group helps entrepreneurs, that'd also be a really good intro, or we could slice it there and then we can ask you how the Geek Group helps entrepreneurs after you introduce yourself and your organization.
Mark. Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden. Welcome to the Geek Group. No, it's your video, not mine. Mark. Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden with the Geek Group National Science Center. We are the largest and oldest nonprofit makerspace in the world. We are a place where entrepreneurs can come and have access to materials, equipment, and facilities that they could never dream of having on their own in order to build their designs, their projects, their ideas from concept to creation. The Geek Group is a place where you come to go from art to part and build absolutely anything you can possibly imagine. Wow, that was wordy as balls.
Yeah,
Mark. Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden. I'm with the Geek Group National Science Center. We are the largest and oldest nonprofit makerspace in the world. We are a place where entrepreneurs can come and have access to materials, equipment, and facilities beyond their wildest imagination. Everything you could ever possibly need to go from art to part, we have, and our doors are open for anyone with a sincere and passionate desire to learn, create, and explore.
Can you talk about the community use there?
Any swinging dick that walks through the door. I did that at the end. Our doors are open to anyone with a sincere and passionate desire to learn, create, and explore.
Maybe talk about the entrepreneur part just one more time.
Okay.
Like what would an entrepreneur get if they came to us?
We're a facility where entrepreneurs can walk in the door and immediately have access to rapid prototyping, 3D printing, circuit board design, every type of research lab you can imagine. We have a computer lab, electronics lab, chemistry lab, robotics lab, physics labs, everything. Even simple stuff like you want to do basic printing on products to advanced stuff like you want to do high-end 3D 5-axis CNC machining. We can do absolutely everything you can imagine here. If you can draw a picture of it, you can build it here.
Can you talk about some of the products that have come out of your organization?
A lot of the products that come out of this organization I can't talk about. The Geek Group does not maintain intellectual property rights, and the Geek Group respects all non-disclosure agreements. So the idea is that entrepreneurs can come here and build anything they want, and they don't owe us anything. It's $40 a month is your membership fee, and that's it. If you go and make $1 billion on your idea, we don't get any of that.
So can you talk about that $40 a month, that membership?
Sure. Membership is simple and easy. It's $40 a month. That's it. It's cheaper than cable. And that gives you full access to the entire facility. Certain machines have an hourly rate on them, but that's only like half a dozen different things, and that's just enough to cover the cost of using the machine. So like, you can use our 3D printers for like $15 a month. It's really, really cheap.
Can you talk about some of the equipment that people necessarily wouldn't imagine that we have?
Equipment that normal people aren't expecting us to have includes a full chemistry lab. We have a 10-foot tall industrial robotic arm. If you want to develop end-of-arm tooling or robotics manufacturing applications, things like that, we actually have a full-scale, large, heavy industrial robot that is available to member use. You can walk in the door here, sign up, and there's Project Jeff. It's 2.5 tons of 10-foot tall robot arm, and you can teach it how to carve pumpkins if you want to. Anything else.
Is there anything that you would like to say to the West Michigan region about entrepreneurship? This is supposed to be approachable, so somebody from Muskegon can come in and be here if they don't already know about you. I mean, you guys have a huge following online, but how do you reach that group on the lake shore that necessarily doesn't even go to Grand Rapids or go to Muskegon?
Mark! I'm trying to get your editing down and make your life easier. Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden. I'm with the Geek Group National Science Center on Leonard Street in downtown Grand Rapids. The Geek Group is a place where any entrepreneur with just an idea can have the ability to go entirely from art to part, from concept to creation. We're a place where you can walk in the door, sign up, membership's only $40 a month, it's cheaper than cable, it's cheaper than the Y. You can come here and have access to every tool you ever imagined, whether it's simple hand tools like screwdrivers and hammers up to a 5-ton CNC 5-axis milling machine, and everything in between. 3D printers, a chemistry lab, electronics lab, computer lab, a wood shop, a metal shop, everything you can imagine, we've got. And it all exists here for you to be able to come with your idea and turn that into a design, do all of your engineering, and build your first few prototypes in order to work all the bugs out and really take it into something that you can take to the next level of going into a manufacturing environment. The Geek Group has been around for 20 years, serving members all over Southwest Michigan and all over the world. We're right in your backyard. And we're a place for you to come and take that idea and turn it into a paycheck. Learn more about us at thegeekgroup.org. Come on down and check us out at 902 Leonard Northwest. We're open every day, 10 o'clock. Come on down and say hi. My name's Chris. You guys have fun, and I'll see you next time.
Very good.
That's exactly what you want?
Yeah.
Good, you're easy. Once I figured out exactly everything you wanted, then you were talking about it.
Yeah, so sorry, I'm still trying to get down my interviewing style, but
Your interviewing style is fine. It just took me a while to feel you out. Once I knew what you wanted,
awesome. So I'm gonna get.
Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden. Welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It is 13:37 hours on November 13th, 2014. Moose is mixing my paint. I've given an interview today. I've talked in front of a group of 30 kids for Ferris, who are awesome. They're all electronics engineering majors, which is like way cool. Oh, wait, you gotta reverse it. Way better.
I don't like your system.
Oh man. This can be bad. The thing's glued down. Yeah, put it in there and then pull it. Do it. Yeah! Energy! I love that part. And if we keep that as the bucket for that in like 5 years, it looks awesome.
Be sure to share some of that paint with Rose.
I will share my paint with Rose. I'm going to blast through this in like half an hour because I'm doing second coat, so it's way faster.
I am also doing second.
Then I'm on to blue. You're doing second coat with the cool chroma key. Somebody needs to do something really cool with the chroma key for this.
So
Okay, you got to do something interesting.
Totally freaked out the paint girl at Menards.
What?
Well, we had gotten the chroma key before that I didn't have the tag for it,
Okay.
and they didn't have the sample. but
Okay.
I knew what we needed, and I came up and I just told her I needed some of that particular color code, and she was like, "Do you now?"
We buy a lot of paint. We know how to do it right. All right, I don't need this paint can.
Rose is returned.
All right, I'm gonna get rocking out. Rose is back. You need paint? I got you a paint, baby. All right.
I can't wait. I'm so
I think
excited.
I've moved your time lapse.
I just can't wait.
I'll move the time lapse and put it on the thing. I'm moving the time lapse. Here's the time lapse for the first bit. Probably didn't shoot a whole lot because I haven't actually started painting yet. But here, there you go. That's the happy sound. Now it's off. Now we'll kill the power to it. Boop. And we unplug it. And we go down here. I'm not going to be able to plug it in because I'm going to be on the thing. So we'll just go on battery power for a while. That's okay. We're going to be on battery power because I don't want to dick with it. So here, hold this. We'll teach people how you establish a time-lapse shot because it's awesome. Alright, so we're going to get our time-lapse. You're going to want to be on this side. One there, and one down the stick. This up here like this. Mine around this side.
Boing.
Here's how you set up time lapse on the JVC Addiction or whatever it's called.
Addiction?
Yeah, ADIXXION. So you hold down the power button. It turns on. Okay, so there you go. Now you gotta go into time lapse mode. So you hit your menu. Yeah, we're not in time lapse. Menu. Video. Yeah, really. Video. Oh shit. Okay. Menu.
This is
Video.
how you improperly set up.
Endless. Then video time lapse. I've set my interval already, and we're recording time lapse now. We're professionals. All right. I'm gonna go paint. I'll be back. You know how to drive this enough, right? All right. Well, all the controls do exactly what you think except the levers. The lever on the right is up and down, okay? Or the lever on the left is up and down. First lever is up and down.
And it's opposite of the way I think it is.
No, all the rest of the controls do exactly what you think they do, like steering wheel, gas pedal.
No.
Like,
I mean the direction, like.
pull up.
Yeah.
Just think pilot, pull up, okay?
Pull up.
So this is up and down. This is boom, in and out. This is load, shift, left and right, okay?
Okay.
So, up, in, right.
Okay.
Up, in, right.
Up and right.
Up and right.
Up and right.
Okay, up and right. That's how I remember, up and right. And if you look here, up, pull back, it goes up. These are what it does when you pull.
Okay.
Okay, so you pull, it goes up. You pull, the boom comes in, which tilts me towards you.
Yep.
You pull, it load shifts right.
Okay.
Okay. Now the thing to keep in mind, these are all, they do nothing, 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 nothing. Oh my God, I'm dead! Okay, and the line between that is really, really touchy. So it's just fingertip controls. It's really, really subtle.
Okay.
So just ease in, especially this one and this one. This one isn't so bad, but this one is touchy as hell, and this one's even worse.
Okay.
The boom in is just vicious. Especially if you're booming in and out. It's magnified by altitude.
Okay.
Like, if I'm on the ground and you boom in and out, I don't even notice it. But if I'm in the air, I'm
yeah.
moving 10 feet. So, and then we die. I don't want to die that way.
Forward, reverse.
And
Look
this
at
is
that.
your...
Handbrake.
Don't mess with this. It pisses Batman off,
Okay.
which is why I mess with it. This is your turn signal, and this is forward and reverse. Also, when you turn it on, it has to be in neutral, or it won't
Okay.
start up. You'll get an E,
Okay.
which is a forklift's way of going, eh! That's what the E means. This is the parking brake, down is off. And keys over there, and there's your headlights, because we totally use those.
You're totally going to be driving the forklift at night.
It happens. We have used the lights to get airplanes out of trees. That's happened. All right, let's go.
Yes.
Casey's first forklift driving. Did you ever take Moose's class or anything? No? I'm dead. I'm going to die today, and it's your fault. I just want you all to remember that I loved you.
Class, you would have said yes.
You should have taken Moose's class. You're gonna have to now. All right, turn the key. Is it booted?
I don't know.
Is there a screen with stuff on it?
Yes.
Okay. Lift me up about 4 inches. Cool. Now, boom in, stop. Boom in, gently. Middle one. There you go. That was a little rough. Now, turn signal towards you.
Oh, it is.
Just pull it down. Okay.
There it is.
Then off you go. You press the gas pedal, it'll go. Remember, it steers like a hovercraft?
Yep.
Okay.
Also, remember it dents anything you touch.
Yes.
Yeah. You can have a very, very expensive accident in this at an amazingly low speed. You're going to want to swing your ass that way once you get up by the fire truck, and then nose in over there.
Are we going in between?
We're going over that end first. All the steering pivots at this post is where your steering pivots. Is right here. Hey Rose! Are you on the phone? I'll be back. I'm gonna like paint and stuff. We'll get over there eventually. Batman, I miss you.
Sure.
We all started out this slow. It's okay. I'd rather you doing it slow than like trying to be badass or something. I'm gonna die today. It's his first time driving a forklift. We gotta navigate the Haas equipment.
You're not going to get in the hole?
Huh?
You're not going to get in the hole?
Yeah, he's got this. He's competent.
That's the face of confidence right now.
Competent, not confident. I trust him. If I didn't trust him with, $250,000 machines every day, he probably wouldn't have the current job he does. Stop. We gotta move that cable. Okay. We'll be back. If you try and take a still picture, I assure you your finger is not this fast. Everybody ready? And Batman's not here. Alright. 600 volts in climbing, 700, 800. You keep both feet on the floor until I say rate fire. You make me nervous. I don't know what that is. And you know what happens after this? Really expensive sounds. See, this is high voltage high energy physics, so everything in here has like a NASA flow chart. It either everything works or everybody dies. There's really no middle ground for this stuff. It's not like, oh man, I blew up a diode. You blow up a diode and you're in a cross tank ring. It really sucks. I have a thing I gotta show you guys that isn't on the normal tour, but you'll get a kick out of it. I'll do it after we do this. You ready? Are you nervous? I should be nervous. Also, this is really, really loud. Try not to pee. Don't laugh, exactly. I had two teachers stand there in front of her entire third grade class. Boom! It was awesome. Alright, you ready?
But this is where you can come and play with that stuff. The idea is that you guys, into playing with electricity, any idiot can play and make mistakes at 3.3 volts and 5 volts. That's a nice, safe, easy world. In this room, Speaking of cleaning you off the ceiling with a sponge, everybody go that way. Now, what is the biggest capacitor you've ever seen in your life? I'll give you a hint. I'm standing on them. These are 60,000 volts each, 10,000 joules, at give or take 300 to 500,000 amps. What can you do with that? 30 seconds ago, you didn't know that existed. Now you know that you can play with one. What can you do with that? Well, you can crush quarters, which is fun. You've all seen the can crushers on the internet? Well, we can crush coins, which is fun. I want to crush a manhole cover, because we can. For perspective, this is a quarter. So is that. This quarter is the size of a dime. You're all welcome to pull out a dime and compare. And by the way, if you put a dime in a machine, they look like that. We sell these for 20 bucks up in the gift shop, and I have a lot of science teachers around the world that don't know money. And I talked earlier about practical application. It doesn't always have to have a practical application. We spent months, and God knows how many thousands of dollars worth of equipment, building a machine that does nothing but crush quarters. And you think, what the heck do you do with that? Well, I sell them for 20 bucks a piece. So I made a box that you put 25 cents in, press a button, you get $20 out. How is that not a good idea? You can do this. You can make these toys just because you can. So this is the high voltage lab, and with any luck, early in the next year, you'll get to come into this room. And do any of you know what a variac is? Yeah, variable auto transformer? Right. Have you all seen a variac, like one of the big $1,800 variacs? See that tall, skinny cabinet right there? You're all welcome to walk in and take a look at it. That's a variac stack. There are 9 Staco variacs inside there, all wired together. It's a triple-triple. It does 100 kVA, which is watts-ish, AC. It does 100 kVA at 480 volts. Outputs is 0 to 560 at 100 kVA. That's a light dimmer for the entire neighborhood behind us. No problem. That's the power control unit for the Tesla coil we're putting in this room. Yeah, it's like that. Now here's where it gets cool. You can overload that at 100% overload and pull 200 kVA through for a maximum of like 15 minutes. We operate the Tesla coil for 15 seconds. So think of the overload level. We can put like 1,000% overload through that variac. We can go until the core saturates and, current draw goes skyrocketing nuts. There's 2 100 kVA transformers sitting there that output 15 kilovolts each. Behind the building, I have 2 more transformers. They each do 260 kVA, and they output 30 kilovolts of DC. Now you want to play? There's a million guys out there at your level that are building Tesla coils that are, they're like a 4-inch diameter Tesla coil about this tall that makes lightning about this hard. They're really cool parties. Cool shit. What if we could come here and make Tesla coils that make 20-foot long arcs? And not like this, but like one hanging in the air, continuous 20-foot long discharges as thick as your wrist. That's what we're going to do in this room. That's why the whole room's out here. You can see. Because we set this room on fire with surprising regularity. That's why there's all that nice thing. I don't know what happened to the wall. That kind of weirds me out. I just painted that. What happened to the wall? We haven't done any lighting in here since we painted. On January 1st, we opened to the public. On January 2nd, I screwed up and this room burned. So, yeah. Any questions? Cool, then you're back to Josh. What's the next one?
We got 3 sound.
Okay, cool. Alright. This is the fun part. There are no rules to this. This is how I figure it. I could be wrong, but this is how I figure it. We are a non-profit organization. So sparrows last time I checked. Yeah, public school. Okay. I believe that because we are a non-profit organization, we owe you a staggering level of transparency. You guys are the ones that donate to make this place work. If we're spending your money, you should damn well know where we spend it and how and why and all that jazz. That's why there's 160 cameras throughout this building. By the way, any of you are looking for an internship and want to help build a television station, I want to talk to you. We have 3 TV stations that broadcast worldwide 24/7 out of this building. Every week, and through every major tour, at the end of it, I avail myself to an open Q&A. This is happening right now on that camera, broadcasting live to the internet, and this camera with the dude in the back, that's Ed, which is going out to YouTube, which will get hit by 1,800 people in the next 24 hours. I have no notes, there are no rules, there is no net. Ask me anything you want. Go. Somebody started. You guys can't be 90s, zero.
How long have you been doing this?
We've been doing this 20 years. Like, just 20 years. Yeah, this is my whole life. Go.
Is your energy bill so high because of the high voltage room?
Actually, no. Like, when we touched off the thumper, that thumper runs off a microwave oven power supply. That's it. You could build one of those, really, in your dorm room. It's not that hard. You just got to get a panel. And since it runs off a microwave oven power supply, it uses the equivalent energy of running a microwave oven for about 1.5 minutes. So, this morning, when you nuked a cup of coffee, you used the same amount of electrical energy that I used to create a giant explosion. So, yeah. The electric bill is so high because this is a 43,000 square foot building. That end of the building is Fremont Street. That end of the building is Whitcomb Street, city block 1. And we run, the real big energy users are HVAC, which is a nightmare. It's a lot to heat and cool. You'll notice there's no heat in this room right now. And the big CNC machines use a lot. Because you spin up a 30 horsepower motor that's up and down and up and down and up and yeah, it's, the big CNC machines running full tilt cost us about 40 bucks an hour to run. So there's a fun exercise for you when you get bored sometime. Work out your cost per kilowatt hour, like what it actually costs you to run certain things around your place. But the Project Thumper is, I think, capped out at like 16 amps. So 16 amps for 1.5 minutes at 120 volts. It plugs into it. You could take Thumper to your house right now, plug it in the wall, and it would work exactly the same. It's got a regular wall plug on it. It really does. And we have a tiny portable version that we actually take around. You can see videos on the internet, but we have a little baby version of Thumper we call Kicker. And we also have the big version in the basement called Stomper, and that's 6 kilovolts at 300,000 amps. That's 1.8 billion watts. Yeah, really. In real-world application terms, that's the amount of energy. That's 1/83rd the amount of energy the space shuttle is using at liftoff. So, have you ever seen Matchbox cars? Okay, or HO scale trains? The little toy trains where the tracks are about 1 inch wide. HO scale trains are 1/87th of the size of the real thing. Matchbox cars are usually pretty close, but there really is no set scale for Matchbox cars. Imagine a HO scale space shuttle. That's about the energy it would use at liftoff. So, yeah. Next question. Go.
Does Stomper cause a lot longer hearing, or does it cause hearing?
No, inverse square law. Do any of you know what the inverse square law is? One guy. What's the inverse square law? Factor of 8. Okay, here's how the inverse square law works.
Heard it.
Yeah, it's something you guys won't use a bunch of electronics unless you get into radio. Inverse square law basically is the law that states how much energy goes down by how far you get away from something. Okay? So if you have, here's a really good example. If you stand where you were from Thumper at about 40 feet, you get X amount of energy. Okay, you can actually feel it thump your chest. Some of you, like standing in front, felt the thump when Thumper went off. That's why we call it Thumper. If you cut that distance in half, the energy goes up by a factor of 4. So if you stand 20 feet away from it, it's boom, and yeah, it's you know when it goes off, and it can actually kind of hurt, and it gets ungodly loud. If you cut that distance in half again, it will knock you over. If you cut that distance in half again, it blows the meat off your skeleton. So it just, and really cool shit happens when you start playing with logarithmic equations. It's like the chessboard puzzle. Here's a really cool nerd bet. Find a sucker sometime, it works. This actually goes back hundreds of years. Take a chessboard and find some damn fool who will give you a penny on the first square and then double it every square. By the end of it, there isn't enough money in like the universe or something like that. This was done to a king and it bankrolled the king. Because when you start doubling numbers, they get really, really big, really, really fast. This is the problem that every guy has with his stereo system. Here's how it works. Decibels, which is how we measure sound pressure, are a logarithmic scale. So, if you have a 100-watt home stereo system, and your neighbor has a 100-watt home stereo system, and you want yours to be twice as loud as his, you don't get a 200-watt stereo. You want to go up to 1,000 watts to make it double the output sound. You have to go up by an order of magnitude. And here's where it gets really fucked up. If your neighbor's stereo system is 100 decibels, if you want to double that, you need your stereo system to be 103 decibels. Every time you go up 3 decibels, it's twice as loud. To get that through amplifier wattage, you have to go up an order of magnitude. It gets insane really fast. We have a stereo system in this building in the MDH. You can see this. This is really cool. The conversion from watts to horsepower is really simple. It's about 800 watts to the horsepower. We have a 24.1 horsepower amplifier system in the main demonstration hall. The speaker cabinets are the 2 big black cabinets that are about this tall. And it takes 3 motivated guys to pick up the subwoofers. And it's just ungodly. The individual amplifiers are 3,600 watts each, and we've got about half a dozen of them. You have to have special plugs because you can't get 3,600 watts out of a regular outlet. If you have a 20 amp circuit feeding it at 120 volts, if you have a 20 amp circuit, and most of you don't, usually it's 15 amps, the most you can get is 2,400 watts out of the wall. This is how you know the guy on Craigslist trying to sell you the 5,000 watt stereo is full of shit as a Christmas goose, because there's only 2,400 watts in the wall. So, yeah. And now you know. That's the inverse square law and some fun with amplifiers. Next.
How many horsepower did you say that was?
24.1. I didn't do the math, one of our viewers did. He said, do you know it's like, really? I don't, shit, that's a lot. So, yeah, it's ungodly loud. We've only ever hooked 2 of the amplifiers up once. I can't even imagine what all 6 of them. And we've got more beyond that, but those are the big ones. There's a rack sitting back over there full of Crown amps. You see them all? There's a bunch of amplifiers up at the top. Those are crossovers, and down below those are all Crown amplifiers. That's going to be the sound system for the building.
Some of them are Onkyo.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of weird ones.
18,000 watts.
No. Well, it's more. Yeah.
Times 761.
Yeah.
Or 746.
24.1 horsepower with 761. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of watts.
That's what uses powered Lotus, right?
No.
Oh, I
No.
was trying to put speakers on the back of the Lotus and get it 0 to 60 with.
We weren't going to do it with speakers, but apparently it's on the drive. You'd have to figure out how to make an audio diode, make speakers that only push in one direction. Okay. Next question. Surprise me. You don't get to ask any questions. You work here.
It's a good one.
What?
What does Stomper do that Thumper doesn't?
Speed.
Coins.
Do you really want to know that, or do you already know the answer?
Coins.
Yeah, I told you. You weren't here for that. We did the cry. We brought them out.
Oh, you showed them the quarter?
You crush quarter?
Yeah. How do you crush the quarter?
All right. You all understand that electricity and magnetism are the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you have a wire, Ed, did you nicely coil this wire?
I did.
Cool. Fuck you, Ed. All right. So if you have a wire and you have a magnet and you move the magnet down the wire, you generate electricity in the wire, right?
Yeah.
You can convert magnetism to electricity, right?
Yeah.
So, if you have a wire and you wrap it around a form and you put electricity through the wire, you can create a magnet, right? So it's easy to go from electricity to magnetism and back. What's it called when you change from one form of energy to another? Transductance. That is an electrical transducer. Just like a microphone or a speaker is a sonic transducer. And now I've just ruined Rocky Horror for all of you guys. So, here's what you do. You take a bit of wire, and you wrap it around a special form in a special way, and it has to be special wire, and it's a monumental pain in the ass, and it takes about 15 minutes to do each one. But you take your wire, and inside the coil of wire, you put a quarter. So now when you dump a massive amount of electrical energy through the coil of wire becomes a magnet. That magnet induces an electrical current inside the quarter in the center, right? That quarter travels around, that electrical current travels around the quarter really, really fast and generates its own magnetic field. Now you have a magnetic field inside a magnetic field. And what happens when you put two magnets next to each other? They want very, very much to either be really good friends or get the hell away from each other. These two fight really, really hard. So the coil is being pushed out by the quarter, and the quarter is being pushed in by the coil. The coil, which is made of, we usually use about 12 gauge solid copper wire, which you can take a piece of 12 gauge solid copper wire, loop it around that boom, tie it into a knot, and hang him from it, no problem. In 4 100,000ths of a second, the wire gets stretched out so much that it turns into little tiny needles about 1/4 inch long, and then they just shatter like glass. The quarter gets crushed down to about the size of a dime. If you do it with too much energy, the quarter won't get any smaller, they just turn inside out. It looks like a little donut inside out because the top pushes through the bottom of the quarter. Because now you're dealing with really fun atomic stuff like, yeah, you all know the basic physics that you're more nothing than you are something. There's so much empty space in the typical human, just at the atomic level, that if you took every human that ever lived and removed all the space from between their atoms, they would all compress together into an area about the size of a lemon. The lemon would weigh more than the Rocky Mountains, but it would be a lemon. So that's how we crush the quarters. It's just unimaginably huge amounts of energy. Next. What?
Do you have a more temporary membership?
Yes.
I live an hour away. I love your facility, but $40 a month for a place that's an hour away, I won't spend a lot of time.
I totally understand. We do, you can get day passes, which are like $10. You can get an online membership, which is $20 a month, which a lot of people do, and it has enough hours in it that you can just show up, like, you know, come down for a week and a month kind of thing. We also have nap rooms here, and showers and locker rooms, because we get people to come down and spend the weekend. That happens.
My brother to get his apartment here.
See, there you tell me you get one on the west side, you can walk in. But yeah, you can do membership as low as $20 a month. And something, we'll probably need to print out more of these. Some of you will have to share. But here, grab a stack of these. I need waivers for the grown-ups. Jerry? Jerry wandered off. This is our member handbook. These are flyers. Pass them around. The rules here are very, very different than what a lot of you are used to, because out there in the real world, because lawyers, you're all treated like you're idiots and can't be trusted with power tools. We don't do that here. I assume that you are fundamentally not an idiot and that I can trust you with power tools. And because of that, you have a lot of freedom here to do things that you wouldn't be able to in a lot of other places. Our handbook doesn't get into lawyerly crap and all that. It talks about, like, the page 5 where everything starts is personal responsibility, which is basically don't be a dick. Respect, which is don't be a dick to other people. Failure is an option. Get over yourself. And structure. By the way, under structure at the beginning of our manual, the first thing it says is we do not have a lot of rules. Really, it's the first thing. We don't have a lot of rules. We don't. We have just enough rules to make sure two things happen. One, you don't kill yourself. And two, you don't kill the expensive equipment. Beyond that, I don't give a shit. I don't care what you build here. If you want to come here and hang out and build robots all day long, cool. If you want to live in front of a CAD terminal, knock yourself out. We have God-class licenses for everything Autodesk ever made. We have every single Autodesk product in perpetuity, period. There is like anything you can imagine from Autodesk or Mastercam and several other companies. If you can think it up, you can build it here. And there really are pretty much no rules at all. Next question. Go.
Why is there so many dinosaurs about?
Safety dinosaurs.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, sir. It's an inside joke.
Okay.
There are a lot of really dumb in-jokes around here. And it started out as, for reasons beyond all understanding, one of our members just, he might have been high or something, decided to start putting little dinosaurs, just like stashing dinosaurs, it was a thing. Because we went to the dinosaur and bought a giant bag of little dinosaurs and just started putting them around the lab. So people like you start asking, what are the dinosaurs for? And you just say, oh, those are safety dinosaurs. Oh, okay. And they smile and nod, like that's actually an intelligent answer. Oh, it's a safety dinosaur. Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, safety dinosaurs. And now it's a thing, like anytime we do something like crazy dangerous, you have to have safety dinosaur. For safety.
Yeah.
Next. I've never gotten that question in a tour, ever. Like not in a Q&A.
I haven't shown the IRC or the
Oh, you guys want to get freaked out a little bit?
Sure.
Alright, watch this. Hey IRC, you paying attention to me?
I don't think there's sound.
Ed?
There's sound.
We got audio?
Yeah.
Alright.
audio.
What's your name? Ben? Hey IRC!
I don't know if they're actually switched to the lobby.
Here, speak, 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 speak. It says it's dead. The Pseudos bloody says to TGG lobby that audio is dead.
Hang on, let me check it.
Alright. Fix the audio. Alright. You fix the audio, let me know when that's working.
When are you going to upgrade your mod?
Huh?
When are you going to go up a level on your mod where you just have to get your ego style little...
Are you giving me shit about my EC?
I mean, you're a big tech
Okay.
person, but you're...
Everybody excuse me for 30 seconds, I'll be right back. I have to hand in his ass.
There we go.
Pull out one like 6 feet tall.
Great, you broke the presenter.
Look what you did.
I hope we put someone that has like a carrying cane.
That's what I've always wanted.
Really? He's going to get his mod to jump on mustache.
Huh?
No, they thought you went to go for
Well, I could go. No, I went to get my mod, but
yeah.
I was gonna just bring down my H cigar, which is nice, you know, with the DNA setup. Yeah, I could do that. Or I could just tell you to have a nice tall glass and shut the fuck up. I keep that on my desk because it weighs 5 pounds. I'm an anorexic little shit, man. I know, but it's cool to put it on your desk and people are like, what the fuck is this? Minigun, back up.
Yeah. I looked on the phone when I told him he was compensating.
Yeah, I do a lot of videos on e-cigs and stuff, and companies send me shit for free. I do a lot, like I have an e-cig company as a sponsor for my video blog, and they send me all kinds of cool stuff. They sent me this really nifty one yesterday, but they send me shit like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? Like, it's great on stage, like up in front of people, like, oh, it looks like a goddamn microphone, but to carry that thing around,
And also
yeah.
runs really low. You know, you can get your own rating really low with one of those.
well, you can, it'll go down to 6.5, but it goes up to 12.5, which is way more than I do.
This coil probably won't run on your DNA 20.
No, because that's one of the, you build your own coils now. I don't do that. I get that people do it, I get why they do, there's a really cool hacker thing to it, but to me, I got shit to do. I want to put
This
juice
was
in it
built
and...
months ago and it's done. I just, this is my daily.
Yeah?
And I don't tweak on it or see.
Alright, do we have audio yet, or are you still dicking around?
I'm thinking of
Okay. Here, this is what I want to show you, because you're all electrical guys. This is cool shit. This is a Tesla coil. Alright? Where's my volunteer for electrocution? Come here. Now, electricity and dry air, assuming STP 68 degrees room temperature. By the way, room temperature is 68 degrees. It is not whatever temperature the room is. Is about, round numbers, 10,000 volts to inch. So if you're looking at electricity and it'll jump about an inch, you've got about 10 kilovolts, give or take. That's the standard. So we're going to turn this on, it's going to take a minute and meditate, and then we're going to go into Game of Thrones, probably. Yep. Now, to prove to you that there is radio frequency energy there, this is a neon tube. Now, coming out the top of this, you can't really see it because it's right in here, but there are arcs about this high. Now here's where it gets cool. The sound you're hearing is actually coming from an electrical discharge off the top of that. Now watch this. Let's try it. Oh man. You'll know when you touch it. Oh yeah, yeah. Anybody else want to try it? You were amazing. Go.
I'm gonna show you how you do.
Huh? You ever done it? I don't know what's possible there. It's not like it's easy to do. By the way, the little yellow flashes you're seeing are the salt vaporizing off of his hand. Alright. That's about 30,000 volts. Now, here's what just happened. You're all familiar with thunder and lightning. Wherever you have lightning, you create a superheated plasma channel of air. That air expands very quickly, creates a shockwave that radiates out. That is thunder, right? Yeah. So, what we've just done there is modulate lightning in order to modulate thunder. We've turned electricity directly into acoustical energy. Without a speaker, just so much electricity that it makes sense. Now, how many of you have ever been to a musical fountain in Grand Haven? And after being there for 20 minutes, how many of you wondered why the hell you were at the musical fountain? You read the exact. Imagine if you had this technology at half a megawatt scale, shooting lightning bolts 100 feet long. That'd be a show. Go see 100-foot long musical lightning. That's what we're building. This is a small lab scale prototype. By the way, these we are releasing in kit form. You'll be able to have one of these of your own. You'll be able to build one of these on your own, either here at the Geek Group or in your electronics house. You could be teaching these. And you should be. By the way, totally not related, but supremely badass. This is the kind of thing that is this is a really Geek Group thing. In this box is something that 99% of the world could not give a shit at all about. It is nothing more than a bit of glass and a bit of metal. If I open this box and you have a moment of, whoa, fuck, you belong here, you're a nerd. It's cooler than that. And that's a high bar. It's cooler than that. Now, do not touch this. A lot of people feel a need to want to touch it. Don't touch it. Yeah. That is an objective lens for a Digistar 2. It's a piece of glass that costs more than your house. It is round to 5 decimal places. It's that perfect. It's absolutely beautiful. All it is just a lens. It takes 2 people to lift the damn thing. But yeah, that's a lens. You're on that camera. They can hear us now? Alright. This is the Geek Group IRC. Now, what was your name? Ben. IRC, could you please say hi to Ben and give me a roll call? This gets really weird. All of these people hanging out in irc.thegeekgroup.org, and there's at any given moment a couple hundred people in there, sometimes more, sometimes less. There's no rules to it. This is like super Google. You've all had the experience of working on a project and hitting a question and going to Google to get the answer. Google can't always get the answer because you don't always know how to phrase the question right. You may not have enough information to ask the question you need to ask. The IRC is like super Google. You guys can hear me, right? They can't, and one of them's home. Where are you at? You just arrived? Alright. Good. Get everything. Fill the fucking truck. We don't want to make a second trip. Alright. Yeah, I trust you. Work it out. I'll see you when you get back. Alright, bye. We just got 120 feet of 750 MCM cable. So what do you want to build with that? Audio check. Can you guys hear me or are we screwing things up? You're in the main room and everything. No audio. Hey Ed, remember when you told me the audio worked? Ed?
Correct.
Ed, the audio doesn't work, and I'm looking really dumb right now because we're supposed to be like science guys.
While you're waiting for that,
What's
what's your feelings on humans landing spacecraft on a comet? 10 years ago, they were crashing on the surface of Mars.
I posted a thing on my Facebook yesterday that said something to the effect, well, here, I can answer that question very eloquently because I wrote it down. This is nuts. There's 20 guys here with their phones out. I should have one of them. Just look that up. What was the thing I did? Today, humanity can be divided into two camps. If you're daydreaming and smiling about the fact that we just landed a spacecraft on a comet, good. You're my people. Come to the lab and together we can work on making the world a better place for exploration, curiosity, critical thinking, and adventure. The rest of you can continue discussing Kardashian's ass while I quietly hope that you're all eaten by bees. And somebody who has an awesome sense of humor actually created an image of us landing a probe on Kim Kardashian's ass. I was like, I can't write comedy then. But I think it's awesome, and it's what's next that I think is cool. I think it's pretty cool that 200,000 people signed up to do a one-way trip to Mars.
Yeah.
One-way ticket. Yeah. I'll go. What? What? Oh, you were looking at my thing? What? You hadn't seen it yet? No. Oh, okay. She has an intense ass. Next question. Oh! Damn! No! Go!
I noticed Nerf bullets around, like over there. Do you have like Nerf marks or something?
Yeah. we used to do it with airsoft. The last time we did an airsoft fight in a building was 4 labs ago, and 50 miles away. And I am still cleaning them damn things up. They're like in the walls and shit. But yeah, we do Nerf wars here, and it's pretty much a standard thing that every staff member has their Nerf weapon of choice.
Okay.
It's that kind of place.
I'm already on here.
You'll do well here. Next question.
Any CO2 powered ones?
Not CO2, but compressed air, yes. And I have the coolest compressed air gun you've ever seen. We have, no, I can't, you're gonna have to come back to see it. The MDH is half, like, empty, and the empty half, all the shit from it is packed onto this half, the big room, the main demonstration hall. But we have an air cannon that shoots a tennis ball. Have you ever seen somebody who knows how to drive a golf ball? Like can just make it sing? Yeah. And like, you'll see. Do we have audio? Fuck, how about that? No, he's working on it. All right. But most of you have seen somebody like really nail a golf ball where it's out of visual sight. Right? We can do that with a tennis ball. Yeah, it's really cool. You take we have an air cannon for a tennis ball. It's handheld, by the way. It's a man-portable weapon. And you can take a tennis ball and step out the back door and just, and it takes 12 seconds to land. And 12 seconds is a long time. 12 seconds, you can land it over the hill. You know the big hill here at Leonard? We can shoot tennis balls over the hill.
I run those over probably behind you.
Yeah, we can hit that. Yeah. Oh God, yeah, we can hit that for you. No problem. Yeah. We do them like perfectly straight up, so we don't like kill somebody's car or something. But we've never had hurt it. But
huge problems, or?
That's why you go perfectly straight up, because you don't know what you're doing. But where it has, we designed it as a teaching tool because it's really hard to make trigonometry fun. So here's a simplistic problem for you. Yeah, I figured out who it was. That much I know. You take
you have a tennis ball. So you know its diameter, you know its mass, you know its inertial mass, you know its coefficient of friction. That's all simple, easy data, right? You put it in a tube that is the same diameter as a tennis ball, and you apply a known pressure to the ball. Because it runs off compressed air. You put a gauge on it, and you know that you put 120 pounds of energy into that ball. So now you know coefficient of friction, inertial mass, angle, you've got it all worked out. Knowing all of that, the math is simple. You do tennis ball launcher here, and you do this in the end zone of the football field. At the other end zone, you put a trash can. Put the tennis ball in the trash can. This is not rocket science, except actually it really is rocket science. And it's an amazingly fun way to teach people math. Because math, the way it's taught today, is shit. It's terrible. Math is this amazing language of art and beauty and nature. And they throw all that away and go into rote memorization, and it kills it for a lot of people. Have you got it figured out yet?
Should.
Sounds like a 1930s radio broadcast. No, that's just my voice. Audio check. If you can hear me, say goat sex.
30 seconds later.
Well, we feed into about a 20-second delay. We used to. Now it's about 5 seconds, so they should hear me now.
On average, it's 10.
Yeah, about 10 seconds. You suck at your job. Just so you know. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ed. He's in charge of the live stream here. We have no audio. Well, here, I'll just type what I'm thinking. Normally, when it works, which it isn't at the moment, you have a couple hundred people in your back pocket whenever you're in this building. They can see and hear everything you do, normally. And it is like having your own private think tank. It's a really cool resource. So that's what the IRC does. And here, I'll manually do a roll call.
Hi to Ben.
It's not as cool if I have to type everyone say hi to Ben. It's cool when I just say, hey, everybody say hi to Ben. So they're going to give you a little bit of roll call here. New Jersey, Seattle, Stockholm, Illinois, Minnesota, Italy, Bit Viper's a little bit south of here, British Columbia, Poland, France, South Wales, Netherlands. This isn't really amazing to you guys because you've grown up in the internet age, so you're used to the idea of IRC and people all over the room hanging out here. But this IRC is specific to the Geek group. These are people who exist here to help you guys on projects, and they're involved in the day-to-day operations of the lab. The people hanging out in this IRC donated $70,000 last year. And most of them are guys like you, for whom a $10 donation is serious business. So that's a pretty cool deal. Next question, because I'm not waiting for that bullshit anymore. You guys that easy? All right.
It's the most challenging question the two groups ever asked.
As a kid, the hardest question I ever got wasn't a tour group, it was a group of Cub Scouts. A kid asked me something about the testicle coil. It was an easy question to answer, but it was just wrecked me. That kid is famous on the internet now because I had a camera roll when he did it. It was awesome. It's in the blog. You can find it. I'm on. You can find me on YouTube. Like there's the official Geek Group channel, and then there's the blog, which is the behind the scenes channel, and I'm on there as just Physics Stuff. Physics Stuff 2008. It's easy to find. Just look up the captain's blog. Next.
What would you say is the coolest thing somebody's made here?
Right now, we got a girl. She's your age. She's an engineer, just like you. And she designed a thing for Africa that is a centrifuge to be able to do, plasma separations and basic field medicine that runs on a hand crank. There's no electrical component at all. It's like an egg beater, right? Except it's a centrifuge for human blood. And she designed that here, like soup to nuts, did the whole thing here. And she's working on a thing right now. This, to give you an idea what they're dealing with over there, when they do a transfusion and they want to get blood out of a person, they usually use a guy who's really, really injured, and they're doing it with a ladle, like soup. Yeah, really. So she invented this thing that is basically fucking huge syringe. Think of it like a big needle, you know, like a needle, except imagine it where it's this big around and you work it with a plunger, like this. And you can just suck the blood out of it. By the way, the average human being has about 5.5 to 6.5 liters of blood in them. Useful knowledge for you there if you ever have to clean up a body, bring a lot of bleach. What the shit is that?
His phone.
Oh, it's the office phone. Why would that be important? But she's designing stuff like that here. And we get guys, we've had guys come through here, and I saw one guy design a bicycle that has a G10 flex fitting in it. Uses G10, the same stuff they make circuit boards out of, Yarlite. He's got a chunk in it about this big. It's about that big, made out of G10. And it's rock hard until you have a big piece of it and you put a massive amount of force on it. It'll flex just a little bit. The whole rest of the bike's like carbon fiber and magnesium. You can pick it up with one finger. But it's got this flexi joint in it, and that's, the frame is part of the suspension system of the bike. It's amazing. I've seen people come here and make really cool stuff, and I can't talk about a lot of it because non-disclosure. If you, in this environment, once you sign the big scary waiver, you can take your idea and share it with him, and neither of you can steal each other's idea because we have a backwards NDA in the building. But it works the other way as well. If you come here and let's say you pay 40 bucks a month and you're a member, right? And you invented God's own e-cig, and you made $100 million selling it. You owe me 40 bucks a month, as long as you want to be a member. And if you decide to invent it the next month, screw you guys. Then you owe me absolutely nothing. It's your idea, you own the intellectual property right, we have no rights to that at all. And that's huge here, that you can come here and do this, and it's not like venture capital, where we want a piece of the pie. No. First rule, don't be a dick. If you go out and make $100 million, come tax time, remember us. We're a non-profit. Don't be a dick. But beyond that, you always know. It's amazing how simple the world gets if you take the rules down to, don't be a dick. It really works. Don't be a dick. Yeah, it's simpler than that. One commandment, don't be a dick. I mean, the Bible writes it a lot nicer, love others as much as you love yourself or all that. I can't love others as much as I love myself. I got calluses as it is. But just don't be a dick. It really works.
Please don't love them.
You got an awful pretty hat. But that's the environment that this place is. It's about a laid back, it matters what you can do. It doesn't matter if you're black or white or straight or gay or Jew or Muslim or what, nobody fucking cares. It's not that we're at some greater, evolved, awesome, altruistic, bullshit, warm, fuzzy, no. It's that I genuinely do not give a shit. I don't care, it doesn't matter. And the minute you throw away the insulatory layer of bullshit that the entire world shrouds themselves in, and what matters is what can you do? Can you hack this? Are you smart enough to figure this out? Can you invent the next great thing? Can you make this work? That matters. Those questions actually matter. I don't have time for cosmetic bullshit. I care about what you can do. I don't care what you wear. Nobody cares the label on your clothing here. Nobody cares what you drive. What matters here is can you do it? And once you take that leap, man, the world gets really cool really fast. Anything else? Cool. I want to thank all of you guys for coming and hanging out. Check out thegeekgroup.org. You've already seen what we're like. It's just the same on the internet. There's a lot of videos and all kinds of fun stuff. And I would love to have all of you come down and hang out and play, except her, because girls can't silence. You had one job! You had one job! I encourage all of you to give her no end of shit about that for the rest of the year.